Hola comunidad de Descarga la App. Si se perdieron el stream que hicieron los desarrolladores, prepárense para las novedades que nos mostraron. Son espectaculares. Vamos a desglosar todo lo que viene para el mundo que tanto esperamos. Así es, la bomba con la que abrieron los desarrolladores nos dieron el primer vistazo al cliente oficial para dispositivos móviles. Podemos llevar el mundo de Descarga la App en nuestros bolsillos. Es una noticia increíble que nadie esperaba porque todavía no habían mostrado lo que viene siendo la versión del dispositivo móvil. Mostraron solamente una foto hace tiempo, pero ahora pudimos ver lo que es el juego en acción. Recuerden que lo que se mostró en el directo mientras los desarrolladores estaban haciendo una prueba en el dispositivo móvil donde estaban jugando, el juego no saldrá así. Recuerden que todavía tienen que ir puliendo más el juego en dispositivos móviles para aumentar los gráficos y obviamente que el juego vaya con la mejor fluidez posible, porque ellos siempre han dicho que quieren que el juego vaya bien tanto en dispositivos móviles como en PC. Recuerden que tanto el dispositivos móviles como la versión de PC tienen su propio desarrollo aparte. No es que van a hacer un port, van a hacer un copia y pega de la versión de PC y la pegan directamente al dispositivo móvil, porque no será así. Están trabajando arduamente para que tanto en PC como en dispositivos móviles el juego vaya lo más fluido posible. Aparte de eso, mostraron lo que viene siendo el sistema de crafteo, que han mostrado lo que viene siendo la minería. ¿Y qué hacemos con...? Bueno, aparte de eso, mostraron también lo que viene siendo el sistema de recolección. Pero eso no es todo. El mundo se siente más vivo que nunca. El nuevo sistema de profesión que nos mostraron en detalle, la minería, tala de árboles e incluso un sistema de pesca con su propio minijuego. Los desarrolladores ya han explicado varias veces el tema este del minijuego. También pregunté directamente en el directo. Esto lo hacen más que nada para tratar de, cuando el juego se lance oficialmente, pues no estén los bots por ahí, porque ya ustedes saben que algunos jugadores pues logran encontrar la mejor manera para dejar el personaje AFK, recoger materiales y todo esto. Aparte que con este sistema pues tienes que estar atento, tienes que darle donde te sale la línea verde para no poder fallar. Si fallas, pues obviamente pues tendrás menos intentos, porque en la parte de abajo te sale una especie de intentos que puedes hacer. Aparte de eso, que con la minería, tanto la minería como talar árboles, vamos a poder también hacerlo en conjunto con otros jugadores, ya que hay menas por ahí que son enormes, hay árboles también que son enormes. Han mostrado una imagen también de cómo son los árboles con la dimensión del personaje, y algunos árboles son enormes. Entonces podemos hacer grupo para ir a recolectar. Ya si ustedes están en un gremio, pues pueden dedicarse un rato a ir a recolectar minerales con esto, bueno, con sus amigos de gremio. Aparte de la pesca, mostraron también todo lo que podemos conseguir, ya sea los alimentos, carne de pescado. Vamos a conseguir algunos ítems. Vi por ahí que mostraron una perla. Aparte de eso, también vamos a pescar una especie de mini bosses, si mal no recuerdo, que mostraron en la foto. Y me imagino que para conseguir el loot de estos bichos pues tendremos que enfrentarnos a ello. Aparte de eso, y para mí la joya de la corona, el nuevo masivo árbol de talento. Mira esta locura. Las posibilidades de personalizar nuestros personajes son gigantescas. Los desarrolladores han puesto énfasis claro en la libertad de jugar para crear una build única. No hay un solo camino. Este sistema que mostraron del sistema de talento, pues a mí la verdad que me gustó muchísimo, porque podemos crear un sinfín de build. Yo espero que pongan un sistema donde podamos guardar nuestras propias build. Por ejemplo, si yo me quiero dedicar solamente al farmeo, pues tener una build de farmeo. A farmeo me refiero si quiero ir a farmear alguna mazmorra, que quiero conseguir alguna receta, que quiero conseguir algún ítem de crafteo, pues puedo crearme directamente una build para meterme en lleno al farmeo de mazmorra. Quien me conoce ya de hace tiempo sabe que a mí me encanta lo que viene siendo farmear oro. Yo farmeo mucho oro en el WoW, aunque ahora lo he dejado un poco a un lado. Y también han mostrado lo que viene siendo el sistema de crafteo. Por ahora solamente han mostrado la herrería. ¿Y qué hacemos con todos esos materiales? Crear tu propio equipo. Aquí tienes un vistazo a la interfaz de crafteo de herrería, perdón. Podremos fabricar piezas de armadura, ver sus estadísticas, bonus de set, incluso dificultad a la creación, la personalización desde la forja. Obviamente que mientras vayamos creando mejor equipo, pues vamos a necesitar mejores materiales con mayor calidad posible para crear mejores piezas. Creo que van a meter un sistema de RNG también en el tema del crafteo, que te puede fallar. Yo espero que no, porque la verdad que yo no soy muy fan del RNG, no sé ustedes, dejármelo en la caja de comentarios que ustedes opinan, pero a mí el tema del RNG, pues la verdad a mí no es que me guste tanto, porque llega a un punto donde directamente coge y te quedas ahí perdiendo materiales y todas esas cosas. Aparte de eso, pues mostraron estructuras de la nueva zona, bueno, esta zona que pudimos ver, ya sea para las dos facciones. Aquí mostraron un poco todo el arte que han ido actualizando durante este tiempo. Por eso no hemos tenido lo que viene siendo una prueba en todo este tiempo, porque los desarrolladores han estado trabajando arduamente. De hecho, lo van a ver en fondo, que hay habilidades donde podemos ver las nuevas habilidades que le han ido actualizando, que la verdad pues es algo que se agradece muchísimo, que han ido actualizando todas las habilidades. Por ejemplo, la habilidad esta del Fénix fue actualizada. Hay nuevas habilidades. Hay una habilidad que me gusta muchísimo del mago, que es una especie como de vacío que lanza y atrae a todos los enemigos hacia el centro de donde está la esfera. Eso viene bastante bien cuando estamos haciendo una mazmorra. Vamos a poner un ejemplo, que llegue el tanque pues se organiza un poco con todos los que están en la parte y dice, miren, voy a pulear todo lo que están ahí, traten de lanzar todas las habilidades de AOE que ustedes tengan. Entonces podemos coger directamente con nuestro mago, lanzar esta habilidad y atraer a todos los enemigos hacia el centro, que no se muevan de ahí. Entonces ya ahí comienzan los jugadores, ya sea el tanque, a meterle stun y se quedan ahí todos pegados al suelo. Y repito, el tema del árbol de pasivas, quizás para algunos lo va a ver un poco como demasiado grande, porque es un sistema de talentos que se parece mucho al que tenemos también en PoE y en otros Artion RPG, pero aquí podemos ir directamente, como dije anteriormente, podemos ir creando lo que viene siendo nuestras propias builds y tenerla pues lo mejor posible para tener builds diferentes. Yo espero que podamos conseguir podamos tener un sistema para guardar todas las builds que podemos conseguir directamente en el juego. Y bueno, con lo que dije anteriormente, con el tema de la pesca, pues mostraron, que ustedes lo están viendo de fondo, todo lo que podemos conseguir con la pesca, ya sea lo que viene siendo la carne de pescado. Vamos a poder, bueno, han mostrado todos los tipos de peces que hay, desde el más pequeño hasta el medio, y el último, el tercero, que vienen siendo los monstruos. Yo la verdad me encanta, en los videojuegos me encanta muchísimo estar pescando, yo soy fanático de la pesca. Es verdad que la pesca en el WoW es simple, porque tú lanzas la caña de pescar y ya está. Este sistema con el minijuego que tienes que estar pendiente, donde le tienes que dar, pues bueno, al principio no me gustaba tanto, pero al final pues ya comienza a gustarme más este sistema, y es algo que la verdad pues creo que voy a disfrutar muchísimo. Recuerden que yo voy a estar vendiendo cosas en el juego. Ya yo comienzo ya a montarme mi negocio desde ahora. Le tengo muchas ganas a este juego, lo estoy siguiendo, vamos, desde hace ya 3 años, y la verdad que cada vez que muestran nuevas actualizaciones, nuevas cosas, pues los desarrolladores muestran muchísimo todo lo que, la pasión que ellos le están metiendo al juego. Han mostrado también lo que viene siendo el tier de herramientas de recolección, ya sea lo de minería, lo de talar árboles, todo eso lo mostraron para que los jugadores puedan ver un poco pues lo que hay por ahora. Y bueno, aquí de fondo ustedes estarán viendo el sistema, bueno, la versión para dispositivos móviles que han mostrado en el directo. Los desarrolladores pues dijeron que no se fijen mucho tanto como se ven las imágenes, porque esto viene siendo un prototipo, esto viene siendo una alfa, pero alfa de la versión móvil. En la versión móvil pues pudimos ver que en la parte izquierda superior llegaba a un máximo de 30 fotogramas, bueno, llega a 40 más o menos de FPS. Lo que viene siendo la calidad del terreno pues no estaba muy alta, pero recuerden que ahora pues están desarrollando también la versión para dispositivos móviles. De verdad se ve bastante fluido, el combate como lo mostraron en el campo de batalla está bastante bien. Quiero recalcar algo, el juego será free to play, no tendrá nada de pay to win. Ya los desarrolladores dijeron que van a poner dentro de la tienda, van a ser cosméticos como los que tenemos en PoE 2, es decir, tú te puedes comprar un set de armadura, tú te puedes comprar lo que viene siendo skin para las habilidades, que tu habilidad tenga un color diferente, esas cosas. Por ejemplo, ya venden lo que viene siendo la skin esta para los orcos, que es una nueva forma, la skin para los humanos. Pero ojo chicos, ojo, no vayan a pensar, ah mira, el juego ahora mismo lo tienen en alfa y ya están vendiendo. No, no chicos, relajarse. No es necesario pasar por caja para conseguir lo que hay en la tienda. Les voy a dejar en la descripción del vídeo un enlace que es para la aplicación de Descarga la App. Esto viene siendo como una especie de autentificador donde ustedes pueden vincular su cuenta. Aparte de eso, hay una parte donde ustedes pueden entrar, es una especie de minijuego que se hace diariamente, donde ustedes tienen la posibilidad de ganarse una montura, tienen la posibilidad de ganarse lo que viene siendo la licencia del juego para jugar las alfas cuando salgan y más cosas. Otra cosa, la fecha de lanzamiento del juego la movieron del primer trimestre al tercer trimestre del 2026. Todavía la fecha de lanzamiento para el juego sigue programada para 2026, solamente que movieron un poquito lo que viene siendo la fecha de lanzamiento, pero va a salir en el 2026, así que no se preocupen. Si ustedes tienen dudas, si ustedes quieren aportar sugerencias al juego, les aconsejo que pasen directamente al Discord de Descarga la App, que se los voy a dejar también en la descripción del vídeo, para que vayan y dejen su sugerencia, porque los desarrolladores ahora más que nunca están leyendo toda la sugerencia que estamos dejando en el Discord para implementarla en el juego, cosas que ellos vean que la comunidad pues de verdad quiere. Por favor, si entran al Discord, apoyar la emoción, porque yo estoy luchando, apoyar para que consigamos la montura del pingüino. Apoyar para conseguir la montura del pingüino. Voy a dejar un buen tramo de directo que estaban hablando, no sé más o menos cuánto será, si serán 6 o 7 minutos, donde los desarrolladores estaban con los de preguntas y respuestas. Creo que hablaron algo con respecto a Steam, que si si el juego lo van a mover a Steam. Yo la verdad pues el directo no lo pude ver completamente porque estaba trabajando y la verdad pues quería verlo, pero en el trabajo pues si me vengo con el teléfono en la mano pues problema para mí y no pude ver el directo completo. En el directo también los desarrolladores regalaron un set de alfombrilla, teclado y mouse y otras cosas por ahí que fueron sorteando. Así que si ustedes quieren estar más atentos con el desarrollo de Descarga la App, chicos, por favor suscribirse al canal, activar la campanita, porque cada vez que los desarrolladores traen novedades del juego, yo siempre estoy por aquí subiendo cualquier novedad. Es verdad que el último directo que yo hicieron, pues no pude traer el resumen de todo lo que habían comentado porque lamentablemente tenía problemas personales que no podía hacer directo, no podía hacer contenido ni nada. Pero si quieren y obvio quieren estar atentos a todas las novedades de Descarga la App, suscribirse al canal, activar la campanita, dejarme un pedazo de like y dejarme en la caja de comentarios qué ustedes esperan de este juego que sale el próximo año. Será un nuevo MMORPG free to play y lo más bueno de todo, porque últimamente los MMORPG que están saliendo pues tienen una pega bastante grande, que es que tú, por más que te equipes una pieza, no puedes ver ese aspecto en tu personaje. Pues en Descarga la App da igual la pieza que tú te pongas, esa pieza siempre va a cambiar, porque obviamente ellos no quieren que aquí los jugadores solamente gasten dinero en comprar skin y nada de eso. Aquí ustedes directamente pueden ver cualquier pieza que ustedes se pongan, el personaje también va a cambiar el set que lleva equipado. Me despido con un fuerte abrazo, nos vemos en un próximo vídeo más por aquí de Descarga la App en el canal. Hasta la próxima, mis fieras. Chao, chao.
Can I answer immediately a question?
Yes.
Because I saw something interesting in the chat. Basically, there is Jan drew something. Sorry, I'm bad with reading. Complex names. Ask, maybe this is dangerous. Maybe this will slow down the production. But this is also what we're doing currently. We're establishing a pipeline that simultaneously are making the feature on everything. It will take time to get to the other platform because, again, we're PC first. But at one point, we're going to make the feature simultaneously on everywhere we want to release it. So we're not going to wait another month and a half because the Android version is behind, or in the future, potentially, if we go to consoles, now the console is far behind. We want to create the feature simultaneously on everywhere we want to be. So I don't think you need to be too concerned about that. It's about the quality of the game, not about the delay on the platforms. This thing is not...
But the question is really, really good. And here we really need to mention that we have assembled a dedicated mobile team. So this team is having only one task: follow the PC client and make sure it's compatible with mobile, it plays well, it's more optimized. What you have seen here on the stream is not final. These are not the final mobile graphics, not at all. They'll be way, way better. But this does not slow the production of the PC client and the game in general. Most likely, once we release the game, this is something that we have discussed, we're gonna aim. The best way for us will be if we release the PC and the mobile at the same time. But if that doesn't happen, PC always goes first. This is our main platform. So mobile ready or not, it will not slow the main game. It's really, really important to be well noted.
Also, there are pluses because this mobile team also is elevating our menus right now and how fast we create them and how efficient they are when it comes to performance. So you're going to get even better PC experience with people that care from different part of the game experience. But yeah, PC first is always the name of the game for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, before we continue, I'm sorry to stop you guys, but before we continue, I think it is time to announce our third winner. We have a lot of questions piled up. Don't worry, we're not going to run dry on questions, but we want to announce our third winner. So, can we see, please, who's going to be the third lucky person to upgrade their own gaming PC with a brand new mousepad?
Let's see.
Listen closely. I'm very bad with usernames again, but holy, okay. Congratulations to our third winner in this giveaway. Thank you so much for participating. And I think we should move on to the questions. We have a lot of them. Again, everyone that's watching us live, shoot your questions. We don't promise we're gonna sit here till tomorrow answering all of them, but we will make sure to do that for you. And the first...
I want to answer one question before you read, and we can pick one of them. I saw one interesting question earlier in the chat. Please answer these two questions. Is Steam release planned at some point? And are there going to be dungeons and raids? So, Steam is definitely planned. However, we really want to make sure the moment when we go to Steam, we have the best possible client and we have the most amount of systems polished and really enjoyable before we step on that platform. We know this is a huge change, a huge uplift for the game, so we are careful with that. On the second question with Dungeons and Raids, what is an MMO without Dungeons and Raids? Dungeons and Raids are absolutely a must. PvE is at the core of the MMORPG. Yeah. PvP is definitely a thing, but PvE is always the biggest one. And we are really careful with what we are picking there. We are already working on that. And in the next stream, most likely, it's going to be that or something else. But you're going to see some very, very, very lovely stuff. We are taking a special route when it comes to Dungeons and Raids, and you're going to be surprised of what you're going to see.
By the way, this was very tough for Venny to say because he's always PvP first and enjoyer.
Yeah.
He's PvP only. So it's but yeah, for the PV we wanna build something special. But again, as Venny said, we'll come back to that.
Imagine the system that we have designed even impressed a PvP player. Like, I want to play this. Like, this is the PV that I truly want to play. It's different from everything that you have seen so far out there on the MMORPG market. It's like uncomparable.
Definitely. I'm excited about the raids myself, though.
Soon we'll talk about it.
Soonish. All right. Thank you for those lovely 2 questions. Let's see, do we have anything else from here in our chat? Don't be shy. You can ask whatever is on your mind. We'll be more than happy to answer that. You, Alex, Venny, do you see something in here? For question we're taking over.
So about the combination of PvP PV, we have some cool ideas. I really don't want to say because somebody will make us before us. But yeah, there are ways to make players compete between each other or in groups in a PV scenario. This is what I can say. There is also ways for alliances to do something big and exciting and then to compete with other alliances to keep it safe or to take it over from other people. There is a lot of ideas there. We really don't want to allow you peek behind this curtain because we want to do much more, but we don't want to promise anything. That's the clear message of the company so far and the game team. We want to be honest with what we want to deliver. But there is so much ideas on the table. We just need to slowly, methodically build it, feature by feature, and every feature you guys are here to tell us, does this make sense or not, right?
Exactly. So the next question, no, I'm just think. Next question is from Tordum here, who's asking, pirate and other class info when?
Very short and on point.
Yes.
Alex, can you share a little bit about what are the plans for the next classes? How are we developing them? Share a little bit of how a new class comes into life in Scarzo.
So basically every class have a lot of different branches. What will happen if you're a pirate? Maybe a pirate, maybe it can be some kind of a typical buccaneer, or can be a captain, or can be somebody that use cannons, or it might be haunted, almost ghostly, cursed pirate. And a lot of those things means different gameplay styles. And then we need to build the spells for it, the different play styles, to understand how the players will use it, to match it properly, and then create the talent tree with all the options for these X spells per profile of the class to become hundreds of options. So the next class, I really didn't want to spoil it, but when you went there, is the druid. We really need a class that do a little bit more. It's a little bit allowing us to go to places like what happens if you're a shapeshifter that have healing, what happens if you're a leader of a wolf pack and you have an army of not just minions but companions. So we're building a lot of that, but the druid itself deserves a special stream and to go to all the details of the druid. But we are going to, for newcomers, we're planning to have 10 classes. We'll see how much of them we can do for release. But the druid definitely allow us to go to different gameplay places. I'm not going to just name all of them today. But also, I just want to say that there are a lot of things coming for people that enjoy fighting in close combat with two-handers. And don't like to use holy magic also.
But to be honest, classes like pirate, classes like necromancer are actually really special. The more we delay one class, that means the more we really want to make sure we have more mechanics, more like experience down the road, because these classes like pirate, like necromancer, these are like witch, these are kind of game defining. These can put us in a huge differentiation between the competitors, and we really want to have the oh my god effect the moment when you see, for example, the pirate and what it can do. It also needs to be beautiful, it needs to be attractive, animations needs to be spot on, like the combat needs to be well done. So it is there, it's definitely gonna be done, but the more we delay one class, that means the more we care about.
We care about all the classes, to be honest, because I'm sure there are a lot of night endures right now, especially with your favorite new spells, right?
I'm gonna play that right away.
Yeah.
But the reality is we're learning how to make things better and better and better, right? That's why we're constantly iterating. That's why we have people like Erasmus, this one of the top art director in the world that made more MMOs that you know than we ever know, right? People like that, and we need to get to a point that you see it and there is no doubt that this is great, right? If we just want to ship all the classes today, add free spells, half bake them, this is not the way to do. And also, even if we introduce, let's say in 6 months, 8 months, the next batch of amazing, let's say we do the necromancer, doesn't mean we cannot go back to the ranger, for example, and spice up the things a little bit there, because we now have more tools, now we have more mechanics. The system that we talked about allows us to build whatever we want, but we need to get to a point to release like those classes we really define as, oh, those will be amazing. You want to play necromancer, all of us want to play necromancer or a pirate, right?
Oh yeah.
But they need to come on a time and place when we're ready for that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
There's another amazing question from one of our people in the community, and it goes, are classes very aligned to the Holy Trinity in terms of class identity?
So can I answer that very?
Of course, this was one of our biggest discussions, so go ahead and please explain our philosophy about this.
So the idea is that we like the Holy Trinity. It creates a little bit of how to say it? It feels familiar. It feels warm, cozy. You know what to get from it. However, we don't like for you to be a hero and then to have a very slow, methodical, kind of boring experience. We want you to be on the same pace of progression with everyone else. So yeah, you have healing, but you can dish damages from time to time, and those things can definitely hit as a truck. You want to be a tank, but you should not be toothless, two-shielded tank that never ever does damage.
Or a boring.
Yeah, or a heal bot, right? So everything we think about is like, okay, how should it feel for you to play a healer that makes sense to you? Also, you still, even if you don't want to go for this super dynamic damage focused healing, you can still opt out on things that keeps you a little bit more stationary. But that's up to you guys now, right? Instead to say, this is a healer, it needs to stay in place, it should just click button 1, 2, 3 indefinitely because the healing is optimal like that, and nothing else happens, right? So this is a lot of the focus we are having on the Holy Trinity. It's a Holy Trinity plus if we can name it like that, and also it's early for that, but the NPC should not make you just stand in a fight without moving for 2 minutes, right? Like the whole environment we want to build should constantly make you feel like you're playing a little bit of a more modern game, right?
It is challenging.
I have this example. Some of the old games that we love, you can actually play with one hand and eat a sandwich with the other. This is cool. It helps after 6 hours. It's 3 a.m. You're just grinding. It's fine. But if this is the default, this is the design philosophy from the get-go, how can I make you guys care about this class, right? And you're already like, okay, I'm just the healer, I need to find party, I'm useless, my journey is there, or I'm a tank in a dungeon, I just should not die and keep the aggro. Those type of points were interesting 20 years ago, but now we need to give you an option if you want to do much, much more and to have more exciting gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for, as the community said, such a considerate answer to this question. Moving forward, there are plenty of great questions. Let me grab the next one here on the list. What if we really like a set of abilities, but one of them is out of reach? So for example, at the end of the talent tree, and we already reached the cap, will we have the ability to somehow still upgrade that one ability, like jumping into the end of the branch of the talent tree? Of course, also unlearning some of the talents that we no longer need.
That is absolutely essential. And this is already a mechanic that we have inside the talent tree. You're always allowed to unlearn and try to reach the end goal that you want to achieve. But it's also very important to be noted here that the path towards the goal is not just one. That doesn't mean you always need to go that specific route to obtain the end goal that you want. You may find a different path that again leads to the same node and obtain it. But you definitely can unlearn something so that you can min-max your decisions and pick whatever you want. The choices are there and choices are yours. Take.
Also, there is one additional thing. The talents are one part of the occasion, right? If you imagine it like a pizza, it's one part of the pizza, because there are other things that will augment your class. There will be equipment that does things that usually most game doesn't do. Equipment that actually modify completely something. And there is also another mechanic that we don't want to talk about today that will allow you to absolutely redefine your class as well. So there should be a lot of things in the mix. You should feel like I'm not just adding those points to get to ultimate spell, and then the ultimate spell is over and I'm done, right? I will never ever do anything because I love the avatar, for example, the black hole. There should be a lot of things that always makes you think about things. And every month and a half, 3 months, when we're making these fast updates that we want to make, we need to give you more tools. It should be more sandboxy. Now we have more Lego puzzles to build new things, not to just stay my favorite one thing built forever. So stay tuned on that, but even the talents are just one part of the whole puzzle.
Okay, so let's do something. Chat, I really want you to go there and everybody just start spamming avatar in the chat, and I will give a 4th giveaway. Do this, and I'm giving a 4th giveaway. Start spamming.
Fourth winner?
No, avatar.
Okay,
Avatar
so...
and black hole. Let's see who wins. Avatar or black hole. Let's see who wins. Let's go, chat. Let's go. You see there? You see there? It's avatar. Come on, guys.
Yeah, because you were saying avatar first. Of course it's gonna be avatar.
No.
Oh my god. Okay.
You see how it's done. Okay, it is time. It is time. Let's do the fourth drawing of the giveaway. I'm so happy with this stream. Let's just do it. Let's just do it, guys.
You need to give it to the blue frog.
Let's just give it to all the avatar guys.
Yokonoir,
congratulations.
This is our 4th winner of the giveaway. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the nickname, but congratulations.
Congratulations, Yoka. Bravo. You see? Avatar for the win.
Okay, Veini, thank you so much for that. That was absolutely unexpected. But well done. And thank you for answering the previous question. Moving on to the next one. Let me... Yeah. I lost it. What was the question? Yes, there it is. When we will see something about necromancers, and will necromancers summon have any differences between the races and the class?
So, not today.
Short answer.
No. One thing we want to do is really to change the perception of a minion, right? Like, it should be something more. It should be more of a companion, something that have even the NPCs you fight. We want them to challenge you, to not be like auto attack, in the 5th second special attack, and then auto attack again for 10-15 seconds. So we want to do a lot with the AI. We want to do a lot of behavioral trees there for you to not just, I'm killing orc with the shield, the orc with the shield just does 1-2 moves, and I'm doing 100 of those. We don't like that. First, we should not make you just kill hundreds of anything. But on the second place, the necromancer minions should really be something special. This is the cornerstone of the necromancer, right? It should not be just a boring one skeleton or something. So we have a lot of ideas for that, but we cannot go to details today. Everything we said, even if we tell you something about it, it might become a lie, because in 3 months we might figure out something new and more exciting about the necromancer companions.
Yeah, it's early to share.
Thank you for that. And we have kind of like 2 questions in one, but it falls within the same category. As for the multilingual nature of the game, in other languages, it will only be localization of the interface, quests, or do you actually plan to add voiceover in other languages in the future? And to this one, I would add, what are our plans for the South American players, particularly in Brazil? Is asking, will there be a local server?
These questions are really essential, and we definitely want to make sure that the game is properly translated. And we need to basically make sure that everything is translated fully. That means all the quests or everything on the UI, everything that is voice acted. If it exists in English, this means it needs to exist in every possible language. On the other hand, for local servers, we definitely need to have local servers in all the major regions, like Americas, like Europe, like Asia. These are regions that require their own hosted services, and these are our plans. We cannot grow the community without supporting, providing local servers for the game. So definitely, they're gonna be there.
One thing I can say about the translations, it's basically the more the merrier. We should go with as much as languages as possible. If we can go with 20, we should go with 20. If we can go with 30, we should go for 30. But this is also, there is a lot of factors to be able to deliver all of that, right? So we need to properly do it. Localization is on the table. We're currently having a very solid way to do it, and we want to execute it properly soon. But how many of those languages we definitely need as much as possible. And it's not going to be easy. The voiceover part is the scariest, I'm not going to lie, because it's very expensive we can always change the language, the voiceover itself, but it's important to find the proper voice actors to be able to deliver that, right? To not be like robotic in any language. So this is the tricky part. So as Vanny said, it's something we want to do, but it takes a lot of time to do it properly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, and I guess let's pick one more question. Any plans for Guild versus Guild /Siege Battlegrounds, larger scale PvP?
So you see, Alex, there are other people that love PvP the way I do. So as Alex already shared, I'm truly a PvP fan. And for me, arenas and large-scale PvP activities are really a must. That's definitely a thing. However, before we say how large should be the PvP activity, we have technical things that we really need to nail down because, as you have seen earlier in the stream, this is also a mobile client. And we need to make sure that if we say 100 versus 100, this is something that can be supported also on mobile. These are things that we really need to achieve. The moment when we have this number set in stone and proven it's there and it does the trick for us, this is the moment when we're gonna announce that these large-scale PvP activities. On the other hand, battlegrounds, arenas, these are definitely a thing. Guilds are something that we are yet about to establish. How are they going to interact? How are they going to be integrated inside the game? Because these are separated entities that really needs to be carefully designed so that they have a meaning. We don't want to have a game where the guild is just one blue or green chat out there and this is a guild mate. Guild needs to be something more than this. We cannot share information right now if guilds are gonna come into the version 1.0 or they are going to be released in 1.1 or in 1.2. Definitely we're going to have such thing, but it's relatively soon to speak right now about such functionality.
Basically, what I can say with that is, in order to build on top of the core, you need to first add the core mechanics. You need to have a boss that you remember for days. You need to have NPCs that keep you on your toes, and actually you feel that this game is not trying to just waste your time, right? So if we manage to pull everything together with your feedback, with constant iteration, with us never being happy with the quality, always want to bring it to the next level, then on top of it, we can always build alliance efforts that are fed up, are feeding from the solid foundation of the gameplay. So this is always when alliances come. If we just go immediately to 100 versus 100 big sieges, or even more, it might be 100 per alliance, but maybe 10 alliances fight for this. Some of us have experience with some MMOs back in the day like that. But if we do that and the combat is boring, or the mechanics are not okay, or the classes are single-minded, we are going to lose something. So we need to learn to walk properly before we run. But we're feeling good about the progress, guys. We just slowly we need to get to this point.
It's a snowball effect in the progress.
Absolutely. Thank you, Alex, for sharing your insights.
Okay. So, is it time? Is it time for another winner?
Is it?
Is it time? Alex, I'm gonna give it now to you. Let's pump Black Hole. Let's pump Black Hole in the chat. And this time, Alex will make another giveaway. It comes from Alex.
Spam Black Hole. Nobody gives love to the Ranger with the amazing Ranger pushback mechanic. But please, guys, just spam Black Hole, and you're going to win one more of our amazing giveaways.
Alex, put the drums roll, and you put the trigger.
Yes.
No, Avatar. Black hole chat. Black hole. I see Avatar still being spammed.
No. We are a competitive people with Vanny, so I like it because we have more Black Hole than Avatar. So I think we have a clear winner. Let's do that.
This time you did it. I gave you that.
Okay. Let's stop now and roll for the winner.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see who is the lucky one. Lucky number 5. And Mocha, congratulations of winning our 5th gaming mousepad.
And final.
Yes.
Lovely. Congratulations.
Congrats. GG.
Big GG. Well, Veni, Alex, That was amazing discussion, amazing insights. I am absolutely in awe what the studio has been doing in the past months. And I am not going to say anything. I may know a bit of it. But we'll see next time what we're going to show to our community. And for those of you who participated in the giveaway, thank you so much for that. Congratulations once again to all of our, not initially 3, but like 5 winners that won the mousepad. We'll be in touch with you. And up until next time, make sure to join the Discord. As I said earlier, we have a forums, fresh, new, open forums where you can chit-chat and get the newest insights about the game. And all over social media, Scars of Honor, and there you have it. Thank you, Vinny, and thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Greta.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. See ya.
As usual. See you up until next time. Bye.